I'll be Cheryl. That's fine.
If you want 5 million that bad, there are ways to get 5 million.
And I think maybe
That's
a little
fair.
faster.
What? We're gonna break up today.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that sounds fun.
Yeah. It does sound fun, doesn't it?
I haven't had a breakup in a while.
It sounds fun to break up today,
It's
doesn't
been
it?
a decade.
You know, I woke up today and I went, today sounds like a good breakup day.
You're
I
pretty
would-
funny, but
I would say
I cracked myself up. Did you say Nevada? I think that grossed me out more than the rest of it.
you I'm funnier to me.
You've been attracted to any of your partner's friends?
Yes, for sure. Yeah. No?
He was like, "Hey, your best friend's really hot. I would like to her," and I'm like,
If you
"I think he's a liar."
No.
Or at least if Zach puts it on a silver platter where you're like, you know what, that doesn't look too bad.
Ooh, that's an idea.
Which,
I know, that's why I was
If I
having you
can hear
repeat
a
it.
door opening, we have restarted. But you didn't answer for
Yeah,
him.
you're right.
Do you think he's ever faked an orgasm? Well, if other
Relationship
people
that
can look at our relationship and say it's healthy.
Do you want to break up?
No.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
This is What's in the Box with Zach and Cheryl.
Cheryl.
If you're confused on who's who, take a guess, I guess.
You might be wrong.
I'll be Cheryl. That's fine. So I do have, we're going to play a game today. We're going to play a game and I'm excited.
Ooh, a game.
Guess what? We're going to break up today.
Oh,
Yeah. We're gonna, yeah.
that sounds fun.
Yeah. It does sound fun, doesn't it?
I haven't had a breakup in a while.
It sounds fun to break up today,
It's
doesn't
been
it?
a decade.
You know, I woke up today and I went, today sounds like a good breakup day. But I have a question first for you to start before we do it. So, would you not have sex for 5 years for $5 million?
I'd do it for less.
Rude. But like, you just can't like have sex. You can do like other things
Yeah.
to you, but you just can't.
That's an unfair question because you know that like if it was up to me, I'd go rest my life
Well, yeah,
without.
but like without anything, for 5 years.
Sure.
Well, okay.
I feel like that's a no for everyone else.
I just don't know why we're lying.
I just no.
Like, are we going to just lie on this episode? Is that what's going to break us up here?
What do you mean?
Starting to break up?
5 years
5 years.
No, that's probably true for her.
I could
Yeah.
definitely go.
with no sexual intimacy of even your own doing.
No.
Yes.
No, that was what I said. You can do stuff to yourself.
I
You
could
just
even
can't,
not go do stuff to myself. That's fine.
No, I'm just saying, like in general.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard you end that last part with like saying that it wasn't. Okay,
I
my-
thought
No,
that's
no.
what you said.
You just
okay.
sorry.
No,
You just-
I'm a man. I need. That's not enough money. 1 million a year, like, no. I'd need 5 for a year.
I
could go a year without. If it
okay.
meant
So
I got
five. So five a year, you would be fine. You would be able to do that 5 a year for 5 years.
Still no, not for 5 years. I'd take that money and I would go have fun with it after that year was up.
See, I think.
I think if I was a dude, I think that'd be different. Not so much because of my sexual drive would be different, but more so because like I would be concerned about ED or something like that. I'd be
But if
like,
that's just gonna go away.
Fuck! Like, what if by the time this is over, I can't like?
Oh my god, that would be so disappointing. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think if like self pleasure is still on the table, I think, and the goal being after 5 years we have $5 million. I think I could make that work.
I don't think you could do it.
I think I can make that work for $5 million.
I don't think you could do it.
I think I could.
Okay.
But
Okay.
also, to be fair, we would have to have sex after.
If you want 5 million that bad, there are ways to get 5 million.
And I think maybe
That's
a little
fair.
faster. Maybe.
And you can have
There's other
sex.
things you
and
could be
can
doing
have
right now.
sex doing it too. So that's fair. Anyway, I heard the question and I was like, that's it. I kind of knew your answer because yours is more of like not really a drive for that anyway, and you're pretty content.
Yeah.
Not that you don't like sex, but like you're pretty content with like I don't really need.
It's literally like a out of mind, like out of sight, out of mind kind of thing for me. Like if it's not on the table, I will never think about it myself.
Like I like a certain type of ice
Like-
cream, but I don't think about it all the time. Like if somebody's like, "Hey, do you want this type of ice cream?" I'm like, yeah,
like
cool.
mint chocolate chip. Like if someone's like, "Hey, you want some mint chocolate chip?" I'm not gonna say no. But if I'm going to the store to buy ice cream, I'm never gonna pick mint chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Like I'll
But
never
yeah,
say no to it though.
I think I would like to think, and again, you already said that I was wrong, but I would like to think that if there was a goal, like if there was a goal, and knowing after that point that like we could have sex again, and it's not really, I would like to think that I could like get through that for the sake of having that money.
See, and if
But
I was
also,
a
that's
guy,
a
that would be
long
my biggest
time.
concern is like, can I after?
Yeah. Also, that's a
Be like-
long, like initially you're like, oh, it's 5 years. But to put that in perspective, that's half of the time we've known each other.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out a little bit. I'd like to give the people at home a little view into Zach's brain for a second, because I'm looking at an email here, and it's like it's a really good email. Like, yeah, you gave a lot of ideas for this game.
I did.
No one would know this unless I'm saying it. At the very bottom, if
yeah.
there's time,
Yeah, I know.
$5 million, no sex for 5 years.
And then he brings it up at the beginning.
And it was the swing of the episode.
So literally,
Anyone wanted to look into Zach's brain? It's right there.
speaking of, I'll add on to that. It happens all the time. Like if you could, I have that over there is the book of all my ideas, which I told you this yesterday. I have like 3 pages, and I had a whole note section in my phone before that of like all these ideas that like randomly throughout the day I'll think of oh, that's a good idea to talk about, or that's would be funny or whatever. Not even half of them get used. But then randomly throughout an episode, I'll throw one in, not even intentional. I'll just think about it as we're talking. I'll just throw it in, and then I'll go back and I was like, "Oh yeah, I already used that."
I guess we already
and
used that.
Yeah,
Guess that's already
and
done.
then it just goes back again of like having a whole bunch. It's the same as like my watch later page on YouTube, where like I just have a whole bunch of videos that at the time I'm like, "Yeah, I want to watch that," and then I'll go through them when I have the time, and I'm like, "No, that's not even as interesting as I thought."
That sounds like how Heather and I do grocery shopping. Like we make a list, but then like we'll get there and be like, "Where's the list?" And then just buy shit we think we need. Get home and be like, "Oh, well, we didn't get that. We didn't get that. We didn't get that."
It's always essential
Yeah.
things. Like that's what happens
milk.
with me and Cheryl. Yeah, it's like yeah, we spent $200 on groceries, and then we get home and you're like, "Did you get milk?" No.
Or we buy like 5 boxes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we
Yeah.
buy like 5 boxes of hamburger helper and no
And
hamburger.
no meat. Yeah.
Like, okay, guess we're having noodles.
Noodles. Anyway,
Would you like me to officially get the game started?
yeah. Sorry, that was
Okay.
just that was
you're
my
good.
that was my
And-
opener.
And you were right for putting it in there. It was solid conversation. You know,
Yeah.
we
Solid conversation.
solid conversation.
Are you ready to break up?
Yeah.
Ready to break up?
It's going to be interesting.
We got to be honest. That's the point of this game.
honest.
Yeah, we got to be honest.
I
Yeah.
kind of read through some of these.
Can't lie.
And since we're clearly not going in order of conversation topic,
No.
I was looking at some of the spicier ones you got on here.
So you can ask them in order because that's the order that I saw them, or you can pick whatever ones you want. Whatever's fun for you.
Whatever's fun for you.
Yeah, whatever you feel is fun.
I'm glad you
I
guys.
don't know these
I'm
questions.
glad you guys picked that word because even though it's not the exact same connotation, which one of you do you think is funnier?
Which one of us do we think is funnier? I don't
who's
know.
funnier?
You're
I
pretty
would-
funny, but
I would say
I crack myself up.
I'm funnier to me. I think it's I honestly
I don't think other people find me funny. I think they find you funnier.
I would agree with that. I think outwardly more people find me funny. I find you funnier. The same reason I feel like I find Brooke funny and not a lot of other people do is because your humor is very under the radar.
I think my
and your
humor's-
humor is very like if people aren't actually paying attention, they wouldn't know you just made a
It's
joke.
more British or self-deprecating.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't really associate with that as
And-
much unless they're also like
And
self-deprecating
it's so
and dry.
funny. It's so funny to me. It's so the same reason why like you are naturally funny to me is because
Oh,
like
Brooke's fucking hilarious.
it's so funny to me because we'll be around people and you'll say something and you've gotten so good at it that you won't acknowledge that you said a joke. You'll just smile at what you just said and then move on. And it cracks me up because if I
Unless
catch
I'm
it,
high and then I'm like, I just said this.
yeah, because if I catch it, it's so funny because everybody else has moved on and you're just sitting there like.
I noticed that yesterday, by the
Cracks me
way,
up.
when I was at the painting party. I did a paint and puff yesterday, and every time like I made a joke, I felt like I was like Wyatt. I felt like I just kept repeating it until someone heard me.
Someone acknowledged me.
Yeah, I was like, and then I catch myself doing it. I'm like, Cheryl, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Did you hear me? Was that funny? Did you
shut
hear
up.
me? So I would say like outwardly, yeah, I would agree with you. People would probably think I was funnier, but I think like my personal opinion, I think you're way funnier than I am.
Yeah, I'm funny. No,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
funny.
kidding.
Who slept with more people?
Me,
Yeah, yeah, I would. Yeah,
for sure.
Can't trust them
Actually-
Nevada girls.
Actually, like sex wise, yeah.
Did you say Nevada? I think that grossed me out more than the rest of it.
You just any attraction she had to you
It's
just
a
icked, just
Nevada.
just icked out of her with that.
Happy to be a service.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, no, I think it's me.
Yeah, you got like,
I got the proper high school experience.
yeah, I did. Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be the college
got some-
experience, but I did it early.
Well, I got besides sex, I got a good portion in before that, but once I was in a relationship, like there was no, like I was in that
Yeah.
from like 17 to 20.
Well, and you and your ex,
One.
like, okay, so both
So-
of us and our exes were together for 8 years, but mine was in and out during that whole 8 years,
Yeah.
and there was others in between, whereas his was just the 8 years of like straight with that person. So I think that's where a lot of like mine come in,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, because I've told you like before that relationship, like
I'm
a
also
lot,
3 years older
a
than
lot
you
of things
too,
were
so.
happening before that. But then like once, because we've talked about this about like me finding somebody else, or like I'm a very committed person. So like
Yeah.
when I'm like in a relationship, there's
You're like
not
a
a whole,
penguin.
yes, 100%. Thank you. So yeah, so you, yeah.
Idaho.
But not to but would have worked out with your profession you wanted as a professional go-go dancer though.
I don't know. Would that be a conflict of interest?
You would have made more money.
I think that's a whole different field in Nevada. It's legal there, but it's a different field.
People do both all the time. It's fine.
We don't got to talk about Nevada anymore. Now that I know that, I'm just going to keep saying Nevada.
I was just
God.
gonna say that.
If I ever traveled you guys to Nevada, that is how I'll pronounce it to everyone.
You literally
Oh.
opened the door. I knew it the moment you said it. I was like, it's not going to go away now.
I hate it. Even news reporters in Nevada will say it that way, and I'm like, "You live here." like, what the?
Does someone else have a crush on you?
I think so.
As far as you,
Yeah,
for sure.
I
Yeah,
think so.
for sure.
You've had people at Psalm specifically. You've had girls that had crushes on you,
Which I didn't even
and
know.
that you were like, "What?" And I
Well, I
was like,
didn't-
"Oh, for sure."
Well, it wasn't until like we actually like got together that like I started even acknowledging it, because like when you would say it before and you would be like, that girl likes you, I'd be like, no. But then like
This is why I don't have to worry about Zach.
I don't know why.
Hold on, that's just a girl that's just a tactic. To a lot of guys, that's viewed as a tactic.
But I wasn't. I was like,
I believe
Yo.
you weren't, but and like maybe this is kind of what you thought in the time, but I've had that happen before, and I'm like, I'm not looking at anyone else but you, bitch. Like, if you don't like me, you need to tell me so I can
Yeah.
go away. But until I get that confirmation, like, I'm looking at you right now.
no, it was never that, but it was just like I don't know.
there was one girl
There's a-
that literally like followed him around Case Pack like a dog.
There's an
Like-
aspect. There's
Yeah,
an aspect.
it was
yeah,
like she
it
was
bad.
up his
Looking back on
butthole.
it, I'm like, for sure. But like in the time, I mentally, I've been around so many women for so long in my life, and like had like girlfriends and like stuff like that like there's a very similar dynamic to like just being nice and like flirting with somebody. And so like I always took it as like, yeah, they're comfortable around me, they just like that's just how girls are around me. It's fine. And then so like when you would be like, she's flirting with you, I'd be like, no, like she's just being. Until much later, when I look back on it, I'm like, oh, it's
I kind of feel you though, because I'm the same way. Like if someone was to tell me that someone else had a crush on me, I'd be like, okay, sure. Like I don't know. I just don't see it. The only reason I see it with this person is because one, they're the same gender, and I know girls.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you like her too.
Oh, it's shared.
Yeah.
In the same realm of questioning, have you been attracted to any of your partner's friends?
Yes, for sure. Yeah. No? None of my friends?
No, I have.
Oh,
but
I was like, sorry. I thought you were like, nope, not a one.
Well, I don't know, because most of the friends that I'm attracted to are our mutual friends. They're not like your
Well,
friends.
that's kind of what I was going to say. Is that
I don't
like,
really have.
The question just kind of lined up with the last one. I did realize that once I asked it, that it was like, you guys at this point in your relationship have mostly
like
mutual
shared friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, yeah, like our mutual. I think there's attraction in the sense of like they look really nice, like that. I would say, yeah. Outside of that, there's maybe 1, 2, but as far as like our mutual friends, of course, yeah.
I think that's why they're our friends.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think.
yeah.
I think there's like, I don't know. I feel like friendship, like the way I feel about friendship and like attraction is like, I guess I'm not naturally sexually attracted to anyone necessarily. So like, if I have an attraction to someone, that's someone worthy of being part of my life. Like whether it's their brain I'm attracted to or their physical appearance or whatever.
I personally hate this term, even though I kind of assign with it. So you're more pansexual. You have to have that connection with them first before you could consider having a sexual connection with them later. Kind of, at least.
I think
That's what it
sexual,
sounded like anyway.
for me, sexual is so like separated completely.
Yeah.
Like I could have a one night stand with someone and not have any
sexual
issue
attraction.
whatsoever with doing that, or and not have any connection to that person or whatsoever.
So you categorize people to not feel anything. Understood.
Like
I just
I
have
don't
no
know.
feeling towards people whatsoever.
I guess, yeah, I just have so much trauma with sex that it's just totally different. Like it's gone. It's like a totally different thing.
So for the point of this game, I don't think that that's a bad thing, because the point of that question is like, because it's the breakup game.
Yeah, I get what
But
they're trying to do here.
I personally don't think that that's a problem.
Yeah, I
that
don't-
I think that the problem comes
okay,
in.
I
think the
have-
problem comes in is when the person is like, "I'm attracted to your friend.
Yeah.
Can we do something, or can I do something?"
And that's where I see this is supposed to be going, because I've had that in other relationships. Like I've had where I was like currently in the middle of like intimacy with a boyfriend, and he was like, "Hey, your best friend's really hot. I would like to her," and I'm like,
in the middle, Brooke.
"Excuse me? Like what are we doing right now?"
So I'd just like to first note the cojones.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
I don't know how big physically they were, but like metaphorically, they had to have been the size of semi trucks.
Oh.
That's unheard. It's not unheard of,
not
but that's
before-
like a rare thing.
Not
to-
before
Well, it was-
or after.
It
During.
was immediate stop. Like it was immediate.
Full
like
stop.
whoa, okay, I'm putting my clothes back on. Like, what are we doing?
Second of all, yeah, that's sure as shit when you not do that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had so many strange interactions. I've also had one where in the middle of intimacy.
The first meeting, somebody asked you to have a threesome with them.
Well, that too, yeah. I've had a friend's boyfriend ask me if we could have a threesome, and it's my first time meeting said boyfriend, and I'm like, whoa, dude.
Say,
Like, I don't
say
know you.
hi. How you doing? Just something.
I don't know if you're right for my friend.
That's funny. That's funny.
But no, I had the one guy tell me that I should get back with my ex-husband while we were fucking,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay.
So why are we here then?
What are we doing? Like, what is this?
So there are two questions on here that are still kind of within line of kind of what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask both, because if you're obviously not okay with that first one, the second one is going to be the one you're answering. If they were okay with it, would you sleep with other people? If not, would you stay if it was cheating? Because obviously, if they're not okay with it, it's obviously cheating.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada.
So, I've always responded with the Kanye line: "Never fuck nobody without telling me." So, like, and we've
One
had this
red.
conversation.
One red.
Shut up.
READ.
So we've so we've had this conversation where, like, I've told him, like, I understand that I'm not like we've said, I do have trauma with sex, and so, like, I know I'm not a intimate person that way, and it's not the first thing that comes to my brain when it comes to intimacy. It's not what I think about when I think about giving loving attention to my partner. And so we have talked about it before, even before, like, we were serious, and that was like, if I'm not giving you what you want, I don't mind if you need to get that from somewhere else. But as long as I'm the one you come home to, like, I'm the one, like,
and you don't hide it from me.
Yeah, and you don't hide it from me. Like, if you're hiding it from me, you're making me look like a fucking fool. And my number one thing is, don't make me look like a fool. Like, I cannot stand looking dumb. So don't make me look dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you were to do it without telling me, that would definitely be cheating, and that would definitely be a fucking conversation, and probably not a good one.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know. To answer the first part of that, obviously you just said, like, yes, I would be okay with it, but there would have to be an understanding, like we already have. There would be an understanding of, like, you tell me, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Whatever makes it more comfortable, there would have to be something. But as far as the cheating thing, it would definitely be a conversation. I think it's a lot more, in my opinion, I think it's a lot more trickier in that way, even though we have the understanding of, like, if I'm not giving you something, it's fine for you to get it somewhere else. I think the cheating thing is trickier in our relationship than it would be in a normal relationship, because of that understanding. I think the understanding that you're not an overly sexual person and I'm a very committed sexual person, I think the cheating line being crossed is trickier to navigate than if somebody in a relationship were to do that and not have those things, because, like, there are other dynamics in play with that. Like, normal relationship, if somebody cheats, there's like, oh, okay, you just, we weren't doing enough, blah blah, whatever. There's no conversation about commitment. There's no, well, did you fall in love with this person? There's no, well, why haven't we had sex in X amount of time? And you, like, obviously those dynamics are in there, but it's not as prevalent, if that makes sense, in most relationships when it comes to cheating. Like, when it comes to cheating, there's just, like, a dynamic of, they cheated, are they going to cheat again or not?
I think my question to you would be, though, if I was to go outside, what would that be like for you? Because we know how I feel.
Without telling me?
No, anyway, whether I tell you or not.
It would depend. I think he's
a liar.
No. It would depend. But I think it would be very hurtful for me if there was the cheating aspect. I would be beyond angry.
Yeah.
Because, like, we don't do a lot of sexual things very often and consistently, that it would be like, I'm willing to at any point, and you're not doing it, but you're willing to, like, go outside of that with this person. Like, that would make me more angry than if you were to be like, even if, I'm going to use this as an example, but even if it was like, you're dirty, this person's clean, I would rather want to have sex with this person than somebody that isn't, like, that would be a more acceptable thing for me than just, like, you being with somebody else and not.
I don't think you would be acceptable either way, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying, like, I don't think you would, because of the nature of like I said, like, I'm.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't talked about, then yes, it wouldn't.
I feel like even if we talked about it,
reason.
I feel like the issue
wouldn't be the reason
that I like on Zach's end. I feel like the issue would come along the lines of, it's not necessarily that of what they got. It's how, like, in my head, have you guys watched An American Marriage?
No.
Scarlett Johansson, Adam Driver.
Oh yes, I have.
You know that scene where they're fighting
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
living
yeah.
room? So the part of that scene that they don't show too often unless you're on like the really sad side of TikTok is him saying, "I'm not upset that you fucked him. I'm upset that you had a laugh with him."
Yeah.
I think it's more of like the personality of the situation
Yeah.
that could be more damning than the situation itself.
Yeah. No, I agree. I've been cheated on. I know that. Like,
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you wouldn't understand that aspect of it. To me, that's what it sounds like you're getting at, just in a different way. It's like it's not necessarily like the act that happened. It's like, why was I not enough at that time, and why couldn't you just tell me, "Hey, I need this from you"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I was getting with the example of like being clean or dirty or whatever. Like if there was a reason that we talked about, I still think that I would be less accepting as a whole. You're
Yeah.
probably right, but I would be more accepting of that situation if there was a reason than just like we're not having sex for a while and then I find out that you had sex with somebody else. I feel like I feel like the conversation would be me willing to work through it. The actual event, it would be a lot harder for me to be like,
I really have a
wanna
hard time
keep-
believing you can work through it. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I don't mean that like you're not.
super controlling.
Yeah, I just mean I feel like the way you look at sex and the way you see it.
Yeah.
I feel like you would not. That would be betrayal. Even me talking about
It would
having sex with someone else.
It would be, well, I'm not talking about it, but it would be very long term for me to get over it.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of things. I don't think that it would be something that I would hold on for the entire time we were together, but I think that it would take a very long, because that is such a thing that is important to me and does mean something to me,
Yeah.
that it would take a very long time for me to get over that.
Let's get a little more fun.
Get a
with you
funner
guys.
question.
Funner question.
That was a fantastic line of questioning. I'm not going to let you judge me on that. Let's go with that one. Any kinks or wants you haven't told your partner? We already know how you feel about sex. Zach, this is a question.
No, we were to be quite honest, which that whole line of questioning before aside, to be quite honest, we've been pretty honest about that since we got together. Like even things that, and I mean you can speak on this from your perspective, but even things that like have been like, I don't really know if I'm into that. It's been at least talked about of like, this would be nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I've
Or
always
tried
been
at least and been like, nah.
I've always been the type of person that I'll try it once, and if I'm into it, sure, maybe we can do it again. If not, then no. But not gonna happen.
But if I'm not, it's gonna be a hard pass.
Hard pass.
Okay, that was about a minute and a half of conversation. So I wanted to ask this question at some point because I know you two well enough to know that this answer was going to be that answer. So I was like, why the hell did Zach put it on here?
It's not my questions. It's the game. It's an actual game. It's the questions from the actual game.
Not that it's a problem. Well, next time we do something like this, we'll talk about it first.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's going to be a 30-second conversation. I'm going to the next question.
Okay, hold on. I will expound on that though. But I'll ask a different question. So, are there times where that's been difficult to talk about?
Like kinks
Like
and
in
stuff?
like in other relationships. Like if
In
you had
other relationships?
Yeah, not this one. Or this one, I guess.
In this one, no. In other relationships, sure, but only because I was young and I didn't know what was going to be like weird to talk about. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're so young and just starting to do sexual shit, like you like okay, so I like to be choked.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if I liked to be choked yet, but I would have tried. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, do I tell my boyfriend that, or is that like going to be weird? Am I going to creep him out? Like,
I was gonna ask, was it weird for you, or was it just weird the thought of asking?
the thought of asking.
Like it wasn't weird. Like when you had that thought, you weren't like, "Is this weird or not?" It was just the thought of asking somebody was like, "Are they gonna
I didn't
think I'm
think
weird?"
choking was weird. I just thought maybe asking someone was weird.
Asking someone or just talking to somebody about it?
Like someone I'm intimate with.
Or just a friend?
In general.
Oh, a friend, I don't give a fuck. I've never.
Okay, so-
I've always been like super like open about. I don't know. I grew up around my parents being like really like
Open.
sexual people about
Sure,
like
yeah.
how they talk and stuff. So like I didn't think anything of it with friends and stuff. But I don't know, when you first start getting into relationships, you don't know what's like. I don't know. I've always been super judgmental of myself. So like I've always been like, oh, he's not gonna like me because of this, or he's not gonna like me because of that.
Yeah. Same.
And I got over that as like I had more partners and became an adult. But early on, of course, there's things that I was like, I would like to try that, but I have no clue if that's gonna take him out of the game totally or not. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Any friends / family not want you two to be together?
Friends /
Now?
family that don't want us to be together.
I would say when we first got together, for sure.
My ex-husband. Literally everyone
fair.
on your family.
That's fair.
We said friend.
I was.
You're right.
Yeah, I was gonna say now. I don't think, at least as far as my knowledge, unless for the sake of like wanting me or you for them, I don't think there's a whole lot, because we kind of just left a lot of those people by the wayside if they were.
Well, all of my friends and family loved you immediately,
because who?
and that was a green flag for me. But your family, and I was worried about this for a minute.
Yeah.
Your family and friends did not like me, and I was okay, and I understood, and that's why I didn't see it as a red flag right away.
Until it went on
like,
too long, and then you were like, "Get the fuck over it."
Yeah, because I totally understood at first. The way we got into a relationship was not traditionally okay. Well, I'm not okay, but what? You got a face. So like I understood at first when everybody like was kind of like hesitant to get to know me and didn't like me or just like whatever. But as time went on, I was kind of like, okay, like, well, I'm not going anywhere, so you can figure it out.
You can get the fuck over it.
I won his family over pretty quick, so it was all right.
Yeah, because
that's all that mattered to me, really.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. On my side, yeah, like everybody.
Yeah.
But eventually, the funny part, which I knew initially, and we've talked about this many times when it comes to our relationship, but like I kept my mouth shut for the most part with everybody, because I didn't really, it was wasted effort trying to convince somebody to think something that they weren't going to anyway. But I knew, not to give you a big head, I knew how cool you were. And like how much I liked you, and so I knew in the back of my head that eventually everybody would see what I see eventually, with enough time past the situation. So like I was never really worried about it. But yeah, the amount of people that now are like, Cheryl's the best, when like 10 years ago were like, she's the worst
like how
ever.
your sister calls me her best friend, but like she was like the last one to talk to me.
She used to be like, she's gonna tear it apart, she's just gonna cheat on you with her ex-husband.
Yeah,
like it's just, you don't need the kids in your life because that's an added pressure. Like the whole deal for like easily the first 2 years.
I think honestly the funny part is I think your mom and dad came around first.
Yeah, I said that. My mom, the first time, and that was to my point.
And your mom was the one I was most worried about.
To my point that I just said, that was the time that I was like, yeah, see, that was the
mom likes her, it's fine.
That was the acceptance in my head of like, yeah, you're right. Like what I said about eventually people will see it, is the first time we went out with just my parents. And my mom like was having fun and joking with you, and my mom was like, I like her. Like that was the first time that I was like, okay.
Yeah, and then we went to the zoo with your mom too, with the girls, and that was like, yeah, that was good shit.
So you guys obviously have a clear understanding about not only obviously being together 10 years at least. You guys understand each other, right? That's what I was trying to say. You guys understand each other. A lot of these questions I'm reading, and I'm like, I feel like I could answer that for them to an extent.
I really like that he's skipped the first question thus far. I think that's so funny.
Well, I didn't want to start out the gate with that one. But then after the answers she's given,
I think it's funny.
After all the answers she's given, I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? Let's just jump straight to that one.
Wait. Okay, well, I want you to ask the first question, and I want you to give us what you think the answer is for both of us.
Ooh, good question.
Because I think he's wrong.
Good question. I think he'd be wrong too. Go ahead.
Well, the next question I was going to ask was, have you ever missed being single? And I feel like I can safely say that both of you...
Never mind.
I feel like I could safely say that at least at one point you guys at least thought back and you were like, you know what, that was the nice part of being single. But not necessarily, I don't want Zach in my life.
Yeah.
I think that
sure.
Well, my answer for that would be, and I've said this before on podcasts, there's that section of like high school, like in just getting out of high school. I wish that I was wholesale single, like not in a relationship, not with you,
I was
nothing.
gonna say that's probably bigger
like
for you because you never were single.
Yeah, I never had like that time. Not really anyway. I never really had that time to like go out with other people or like, you know, stuff like that. Like even outside of
make out with bartenders.
Yeah, I never got to make out with bartenders. And also like sexuality wise, like I didn't really like get into that until much later. So I look back on that of like it would have been nice to explore that sooner, like when I had the chance to.
Yeah.
Like when normal people do. But as far as like now, no.
So, and you obviously remember what the first question is.
Yeah,
That's why you're grilling me on it.
Yeah. I think it's funny.
The first one is, have you ever faked an orgasm?
So
I didn't ask it right away because I felt like that was too raw to go right into. But then after all of this talk of hearing you be like, well, I mean, sex isn't even like fifth on my fucking list to think about. So like I feel like at this point you're probably more of the person who will only, obviously as it should be, you'll only really want to have sex if you want to have sex, or at least if Zach puts it on a silver platter where you're like, you know what, that doesn't look too bad.
Ooh, that's an idea.
Which, yeah, there you go. Which,
with some grapes.
In my head would mean that, like, you're not going to do it if you're not mentally into it. And I know for a fact that a woman's mental space is humongous for her actually getting to that point.
Oh, hold on. Can we take a timeout? Do you want to repeat that again, Brooke? What?
Hold on. Which part do you need me to repeat?
He just got excited that you knew that.
As a man, what did you just say about women's mentalness and sex?
Like
what?
Like even just slight uncomfortability is going to affect a woman's ability to finish on something. Like
that matters?
It doesn't have to be. Well, I know it don't matter for a lot of men.
I know, that's why I was
if I
having you
can hear
repeat
a
it.
door opening, we have restarted.
or the tape on the nightstand.
But that's why I said what I said, because I was like, I have a feeling that your
Or
answer
if
is going
I'm
to be along
hungry
that
and all I can
route.
think about is a burrito.
That's funny though.
But not my burrito.
Because like guys often have to think about random stuff to not finish right away. So like food's on my list sometimes.
Yeah.
Although I will throw
There
that.
are times where I have to be like, I need you to do something while you're doing that, so I stop thinking about the burrito.
Yeah.
I need you to do two things at once.
I need
Make me your burrito.
I need an additive until this is over.
I can't stop thinking about this, so I need you to do something else as well.
Which that's fun. I'll throw.
Okay,
side
now
note.
the question, but you didn't answer for him.
You're right.
Do you think he's ever faked an orgasm?
I don't think he's ever needed to.
Wrong.
He absolutely has, and I've caught him.
I didn't answer. I didn't say no for a reason, because I knew I wasn't going to be 100% correct. However, why would you fake an orgasm?
Okay, so
Trauma.
one, yes, for sure. There's trauma in there, but no. And to be fair, because we've talked about this, we've gotten a lot better since we've been together. But when we first got together in like the first couple of years, it was more of like it was a mental thing for me. I understood that like this wasn't going anywhere, but also mentally I didn't want her to think it was her fault. Like it was something like she was doing or not doing or whatever. And so like
anytime he was drunk.
No, it wasn't every time.
It was almost every time you were drunk.
Okay, but there were times that I did
Whiskey dick excluded.
Yeah.
that I didn't do it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But either
that's
way, I called you out every time.
Well, yeah, but that's why I haven't done it in a really long time, because even if that were to happen now, because we've had that conversation, I can be like, it's not going to happen.
And I'd be like, okay, cool, we're done.
But yeah, before it was that.
Well,
it was
okay.
like I think there was a component
He's
to
trying
it.
to ask you a question.
I know, but I want to finish. I know, but I want to finish. I want to finish the sentence. There was a component to it of like when we're not having sex very often. I don't want to not have sex though, but I understand that
Then
like
it's not getting there.
it's not going to happen, and so like in a nice to me, and it's a nicer way than being like, hey, can we not? And then you be like, hey, we're not having sex for however. That was cool at that one time.
No.
So I'm saying mentally for me, that's
Yeah.
why, like,
And I get that, but no.
but I haven't done it in a while.
No.
Okay, so then I guess I have a couple questions then. One, on the times that it wasn't alcohol related.
Yeah.
And I'm asking because was it medication related?
No,
I used to be on I don't remember which.
I have no medications.
I don't remember
I'm
which
just this way raw
medication
dog.
it was, but there was like a while there where like my body physically just for some reason like wouldn't. Mm-hmm. However, I
had that
never
same problem
faked
with-
one.
That's very-
that's where
that's
my
very
confusion
common.
comes in. Well, no, I understand that it's common.
Yeah.
So this is heterosexual normality, male female sex, yada yada yada. We have so many indicators. No, there's a reason I said that. If this is gonna go on the internet, there's a reason I pointed that out
right.
first.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There's like this space almost where women either taught through media or like in earlier sexual encounters are taught to sound, be, act the type of way during sex, which for the most part, I don't think most women hate, moaning and all that, putting on a little bit of a show if it's, feeling good or whatever. Why would you though?
That's what I was saying. That I was just answered that question.
No. But I'm asking, like, because you had said that you feel like it would feel rude if you were just like, hey,
Yeah,
this
what
ain't
in
gonna
your
happen.
past made you think that would make you rude? Like, what has happened to you that...
Just because in my experience with like the maybe 6 total times it's happened in my life,
Yeah.
I felt embarrassed at first, but I would just stop and be like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I don't like I would just be like, hey, I don't think I physically can get there right now. Because you're right, I also just want to keep having sex.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it's the warmth, it's the
Well, yeah,
connection,
because,
it's the intimacy.
Well, also because you're already doing it, so you don't
yeah,
want to
we're already
like
here. Like
Yes.
it might happen, but
So-
then there's
Yeah.
our stuff. Yeah, no, that's a physical conversation.
I don't know.
But,
I haven't really. I'm sure. Like,
I guess
if I spent time on it, I don't know.
I guess as a guy who has dealt with like the inabilities, I'm like, why would you?
I think I just have.
And how does it sound? Like you just go like and
Yeah,
then she's
it's
just
bad.
like, what
No,
the
it's
fuck
bad.
was
No,
that?
it's bad. It's bad.
It's okay.
It's bad.
It's not that bad.
This
He's
is
not
mine, and I'm
horrible
gonna
at
finish
it.
right now.
It's bad. I think that would be better. I think that would. It's bad.
Sound like
my-
an anime character.
My favorite.
I'm coming.
It'd be great. That would have been better.
The funny part is like he always crinkles his toes, and whenever he fakes it, he doesn't crinkle his toes. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's a big tail.
See, you were an
It's a
actor.
big
You
toe.
gotta-
I know.
You,
I think about.
you were an actor. You got to remember, there's a physicality to
I think
acting.
everything else but the physicalness.
yeah, he makes the right noises, but like his face, his body, his toes,
I so wish people could see the face you just made. It's so good.
everything's just not there with it. Like it's like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first time it happened, I literally laughed. I
Yeah.
was like, "All right, I guess
Okay.
you're done."
And the funny part about that is that like even in that moment I was so like die with the lie, like we don't.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And she's like, really?
Okay.
And I was like, no, I didn't fake it. And she's like, okay. And I was like, no, seriously. Like, it was like a serious back and forth.
See, that interaction makes me think of like me talking to Howard. Did you have an accident? It's like,
Yeah, yes, exactly.
No.
That's how it felt.
Are you sure? You
Exactly
kind of
like
smell
that.
like pee.
Yeah.
I didn't have an accident. Are you sure? So if I go check the bed, it's going to be wet?
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Yeah.
Immediately I turn around to start walking to the room and it's like, okay, I had one.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
I literally had to tell
Yeah.
him, I was like, you do realize that when I go to the bathroom, I will know.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Oh.
yeah, he was like, oh.
Oh. That's fair.
Like,
That's a good call.
So now that we're on the topic of lying,
Yeah.
do you fully trust your partner?
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
In
knew
what
that-
aspect?
I knew that.
Gay ass.
Whoa,
question.
hold on. Separate. Why is the aspect different? What part do you not trust me then?
Driving.
Oh, that's fair.
You've hit too many things. I don't trust you.
That's fair.
No, as far as like my emotions and like your care for me or anything like that, yeah, absolutely. I don't that doesn't waver at all, but trust you to do something when you say you're going to? Nah.
Yeah,
I
there
know
are
better.
I was gonna say there are little things that like
Not in a mean way. I just know he's not going to.
I wouldn't say it's yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't say it's mistrust necessarily in like this affects our relationship, but there are things kind of like that of like when you're like, hey, we're gonna have sex tonight. I know that there's probably like a 30% chance that's not like that's actually gonna happen.
You're like, actually, we should do it now because you're thinking of it.
Yeah. Well, that's normally what I say now is because I know that more time passes throughout the day. You're going to get tired. You're going to get hungry. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to want to do stuff. And then it's going to get to 8 o'clock after we've skipped the time we could have, take a shower, while taking a shower or while Wyatt's asleep or the opportunities, it's going to be 8 o'clock. You're going to be tired and I'm going to mention it again. You're going to be like, oh, can we do it tomorrow? And then it starts over again.
Well, we say later for a reason.
So in that aspect, no, I don't trust you. Which I guess makes it a lot better when you're like, when I'm like, do you want to have sex? And you're like, yeah, right now. And I'm like, cool. Like, I don't have to wait.
Sure, let's do it.
Or do the back and forth of no, we'll do
For
it.
the
I
next
promise.
5 days.
Yeah, I promise.
I want to end on this question because I know that you guys could definitely take some time on this one.
Are there any other questions, by the way? Or is that
There
the last question?
are like 4 or 5 that I didn't touch on.
Okay.
But we're getting our yellow notification to death.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say I'm at like 10 more minutes.
But do you think your guys' relationship is healthy?
Is healthy?
Not good, because I think a good relationship can still be unhealthy. Do you think it's healthy?
Preach that for sure.
I think generally, sure. I think there's things we can still work on for sure. But I think our communication's so good that that's not something that would be an issue.
I think for our relationship, I think it's healthy. Yes, I think there are aspects of
I
our
don't know if
relationship
other people
that
can look at our relationship and say it's healthy.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I think that there are aspects to our relationship that people can be like, well, that's not healthy and that's unhealthy or whatever. But I think for our relationship, I think one, it's the healthiest relationship I know of personally, and I might be biased, but also
I think that's bias.
I think for us it's healthy. I think our communication makes it a lot healthier, even when we have things that like aren't necessarily healthy relationship things. The way we communicate about it makes it so, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because for example, I've thought about this a lot. For example, there's a lot of things that like I do or that we do in our relationship that from an outsider could look like controlling,
Yeah.
both on my end and your end, like from an outsider perspective. But for us, it's not really. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
and it's not
more,
meant that way with us.
it's
Like, it's
more
not.
in a
If I
loving-
was to decide to do
Yeah.
something other than it, it's not like you would be mad and be like, you can't do that.
Or I was talking more of just like little things, like me holding you when we go places, or like things
Yeah.
like to an outsider that can look, because I've seen videos of like guys like controlling the women that they're around and like holding them,
Claiming.
and, like, yeah.
Doing the like manipulation claiming thing.
Yeah, and it can look, I'm sure, I've thought about it while we're out. Like, I'm sure it can look that way, but it's not, in our relationship, it's not
Yeah.
that way. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Or like when I'm somewhere without you and you message me and you're like, hey, where are you, when are you coming home?
That's the
or
one
whatever.
that gets me is like I don't even think about it because we're not like that. So
Yeah.
when I'm messaging you and being like, hey, how long are you gonna be? How you doing? How's it going for you? Like I'm not messaging you like, okay, you need to hurry up and get home, like the normal female behind the answer thing is happening.
By the way, that took a lot of conversation for me to understand that.
Yeah.
By the way,
Which I didn't realize at first. Like I was just like, I just genuinely want to know if he was having fun. Like, because a lot of the times when we first started dating, a lot of times that you were gone without me was when I would push you out of the house to go and do something with friends.
Yeah.
Or I'd set up, like I'd literally ask like a
she'd
friend
set
of
up
ours.
play dates for me.
I would literally ask a friend for us, like, hey, are you doing?
Can you take him? Please?
Are you doing? I'd be like, are you doing a poker game this weekend? And he'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, can Zach go, please? Like, and not in like a
Please.
I need him out of the house.
I'll give him money. Please,
like-
just have him go.
It wasn't like an aggressive, like, I need him out of the house, I want him gone kind of thing. It was just like Zach doesn't do things. He needs interaction. He needs to be able to go out and do things.
I
Like
don't
he
do
has
well
that
being
in him, but he doesn't do it
self-secluded.
on his own.
Yeah.
And so I would just be like, okay, here you go with your friends. And then like I would genuinely want to know, are you having fun? How's it going? And like I didn't think about it until he talked to me about it, but he was like, yeah, I just left because you were messaging me. And I was like, why'd you leave?
Because like I have trauma with
What? You're laughing.
I
What?
have trauma with
no,
that.
say it. What?
I'm right there with you. And I don't tell this story all that often. There was one night where Heather was upset with me, but I was out of town. I was up in Rhinelander. I was doing some work up there for like the night. I literally drove home that night because I was like, no, no, we're not doing this. I didn't want to do this. You know what I mean? So like, I understand even to the extremes of like, no, I'm gonna go home and either figure this out or I'm just gonna be fucking home.
Well, I had trauma from past relationships for that.
I'm right
It's
there with
because
you. Yeah.
like when I would get those messages, it wouldn't be, "Are you having a
Yeah.
good time?"
Which, and
it
I
would
totally-
be. It would be. Well, it would be.
Yeah.
It would come off.
You better not be having a good time.
Yeah, internally, that would be the conversation when I got home. It wouldn't be that over text or even phone calls. If I would call and be like, "What, do you want me to come home?" No, it would be over the phone. It would be, "No, you're fine, have fun or whatever." But when I got home, then it would be, "Why were you out so late? Who were you with? Why did you do that?" Like those sort of things.
You were gone for so long. Blah 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 blah.
So like when you started doing that with me, that was where my brain went. Is like, yeah, it might sound nice
definitely
now,
yeah.
but if I get home, this is going to be a whole thing, and it's going to ruin the amount of fun I just had.
Well, and just like Pablo loves dogs, it took a few times of you coming home and me not being mad at you for you to like get it. Like I'm not messaging you because I want you home. Like I
It's
just
just I
love
want to
you
go to
and I
sleep,
care
and I
about
want to know
whether
if
you're
I'm going to sleep without
that
you
too.
or not.
Yeah, that too. It's like, oh, okay, I'm thinking about going to bed soon. Are you going to be home soon, or should I wait, or is it okay if I go to bed? And it wasn't like I'm mad because I'm going to bed alone. It was just genuinely like, if you're coming home soon, I don't want to go to sleep and then wake up again because you crawl into bed. Like,
Yeah.
but if you're going to be late, I'll just go to bed. But yeah, it took a few conversations.
Yeah.
But I totally get it. I get it too because I have been that woman. I have been on that side of the relationship too, where like I have been like, no, it's fine. Go do whatever the fuck you want. You're gonna do it anyways, and then message them
Sit
and be
there
like,
and stew the whole night
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
you know. So I get it.
I wouldn't care how little I've gone out of my house or how little I've spoken to people. If my girlfriend is setting up play dates for me, I'm taking it personally and we're going to have a long conversation.
I'm taking it
Because, bitch,
personally.
there's a reason I'm in the house.
Okay. Well, I feel you on that statement though, but no, I was gonna say this anyway, and you can throw in your gay if you want to, but we were just talking about this, like with you going to Tina and Barb's, is that like, as corny as it sounds, I love being home. I've said, and I don't say it to have points. I don't say it because you're here. I genuinely enjoy spending time with you.
Yeah.
And genuinely, I don't say it as like a a thing that you are my best friend. I find you hilarious. I would like to hang out with you anytime that I can.
Yeah.
So, but also, like you said, like I do have the need to be around people. Being at home all the time consistently does affect me.
It makes you depressed. And that's
Yeah.
why I got to the point where I was like, okay, well, at least like once a month,
Yeah.
you need to go do something.
But anyway, like to that point though, so like that needs to happen because if I'm going to choose, of course I'm going to choose.
Home.
Yeah, of course I'm going to choose home. All my stuff's there. I can do stuff there. I don't have to worry about driving back and forth. You're there. Like there's no, I think there comes a moment in a relationship where if you're not enjoying spending time around your significant other, it pushes you to be like, I don't want to be in the house.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Whereas like I don't really have that. So like you setting up play dates for me and like whatever, I need that because if you don't, I'm not really going to think about it, if that makes sense. Kind of like you with sex. Like I'm not really going to think about it. No, go ahead.
I was literally about to say it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't really like.
He reminds me that sex is a thing, and I remind him that there are friends outside the house.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Those are our toxic traits.
I've been lifting my weight lately.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
But I think that's why like stuff like this is nice too. Like especially like not just like because Brooke's here or whatever, but I think like doing stuff like this is nice for me because I still am able to do that without like this. It's commitment in my head of like every week we have to do this, and it still gets me like that without having to be like, hey, are you doing something this weekend? No, I'm not. Okay, I'll wait till next weekend. Hey, are you doing something this weekend? Yeah, I'm doing this. Oh, but I really don't feel like going out this weekend. So, well, what about, like, I don't have to do that. It's something that I know is, like...
Yeah, like breakfast with the Crossing ladies. It's
Yeah.
a commitment. It's something that's sociable.
Or
that-
even breakfast, like, when we did it at Psalms. Like, I know, like, on Friday, when everybody gets paid, we're going to go to McDonald's after work, and we're going to
Yeah.
hang out. And, like, yeah. Anyway.
Well,
Anyway.
do we break up?
Did we break up? Do you want to break up?
No, I'm good.
No?
I'm
You don't
pretty
have
solid.
You don't have time to train anybody.
Yeah, I don't got time for that shit. I got kids to raise.
I got kids. I ain't got time to be fucking breaking up.
I only got a couple more years with the girls, so
I'm glad we didn't break up. As always, thank you. Love you.
love you.
Brooke, thanks. Have you ever faked an
You
orgasm?
demand. No, you said no.
Good job. Anyway, have a
Over
good day.
and out.
We're
Beans
out.
and cornbread.